Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LC Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering The Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 6, episode 3. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm not going to waste time. Some stuff is like, okay. Other stuff, like, oh my God. Okay, so just to let you know, I have been a Larsa fan. I've been liking her. I'm not saying I don't like her, but I don't like what she did whatsoever. And I don't even like her explanation that she tried to give on the internet. I remember she made some posts a couple of days ago when clips started coming about what she did. So basically, Gertie does tell Larsa about her breast cancer. Larsa's response looks very insensitive. She's like, "How do you know? How do you know? How do you know, Gertie?" Larsa's in this. I feel like she was in this attack mode of I'm coming to confront her about what she said about me because I don't even understand why she's saying it about me. And I think that she was camera ready and she didn't know how to flip when Gertie actually revealed the truth. And they'd be like, come on, Larsa's just got a dark heart. And I see all y'all responses. Everybody's like, F Larsa. I would understand it. If I was in Gertie's shoes, I would say F Larsa. Because what after she explained things that are going on, she's not going to get a mastectomy. She's just going to get some type of it's a smaller operation. She won't lose her breast or anything of that nature. It looks like it's very early, stage 1. But we know Gertie, I can't tell somebody how to respond. I haven't had cancer. Anybody that has some type of threatening illness / maybe terminal illness, you're going to freak out. You're going to have your own thoughts. And Gertie's still saying she's processing it. So for me, even though I still like Larsa, at this moment, she's free game for any punches. I'm not going to leave you now, Larsa, but I'm going to need you to not be stubborn at this point and just take the L that you have. Just take the L because it's not going to work out for you, ma'am. Not at all. So, Gertie asked for her confidence. I have not told all the rest of the ladies you are the 4th person. And Larsa said, oh, yeah, for sure. I would do that. Then she makes this joke about, oh, I could, maybe I should alert TMZ. But she said that she was kidding. I think she said, I wish you would have just told me up front. And Gertie's like, I don't think that right up front would have been proper because we were already fighting anyway. So I don't understand why Larsa was saying that. I think, as I said, I think that she's camera ready and kind of just producing herself at this moment. Even though I do like her, I'm seeing how she's operating now. So anyways, 6 hours later, we get notice by the production. And they said, no, seriously, 6 hours later, she's at her home, getting everything prepared for this welcome home party for Marcus. And she tells her one friend that was on last year, it starts with a Y, I forgot her name, and some other person. And she's like, my friend Gertie told me that she has breast cancer, and I didn't know what to say. I honestly believe that because, again, I think that she came in scripted as to what she thought she had to say, and she didn't know how to switch over to being vulnerable. I think she does have a hard time kind of like, I don't want to say being compassionate, but how she comforts is it's not going to be, I don't think that that's her way. I mean, we've seen her successfully do it with Lisa. I don't think it should be that hard. I don't know if you ever dealt with someone with some type of illness like that. That's probably the only thing that I'm giving Larsa some slack, but she's still gonna have to go through the fire with this one because I'm trying to understand what's going on. Again, y'all can say she has a dark heart, but where can y'all say that she has a dark heart at all on the show? Does she say some inappropriate things? Yes, but I've never just seen her just be so whatever. I haven't seen that according to people's feelings per se. Now, housewife stuff and saying different things and insinuating things, okay, you can say that, but I'm just not going to charge her that way. So, anyways, some of the other ladies come, and which was Lisa, Kiki, and Marisol right up front. So Lisa asked, how did everything go with you and Gertie? And she says, well, we were supposed to come down there and talk about her calling me fake, da 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 da. But then she told me that she has breast cancer. Larsa, Larsa, Larsa. So now you done told one, two, three, four, five people that you swore up and down that you would not tell. You betrayed her. She's not going to tell you anything else. I'm going to tell you that much. Right now, I wouldn't tell you nothing. And everyone had this reaction of, oh, like it was shocking news. Marisol got emotional immediately. Marisol has been feeling a type of way because she has another friend that is actually dying, and she just really couldn't take the news. But Larsa's reasoning, she said that she's telling them that, we need to be there for Gertie. She doesn't know that I'm telling you, but let her tell you what's going on. Obviously, since how the producers played this off, somebody's going to tell Gertie that Larsa leaked this out. I think it's going to be Kiki. That's just my feeling. So it's bad. It's bad, Larsa. And again, I can't help you out of this. I'm just trying to understand why you would do all of this. If it's for TV, that's not cool. Not in a friend circle trying to trust you with something. It's just, this is Gertie's first time, and you know how, I'm going to say dramatics, or it seems extra that Gertie could be. And she said that she's a lot, even with Russell in this episode. So, whatever. She's trying to understand it all. No, but it's good that she caught it early, as Lisa did say. Alexis and Todd, they come in, and Marisol said, tell Alexa what you found out today. And then she goes on and Larsa tells Alexia about Gertie's cancer. So later on, Marcus comes in, and he's surprised because it was a surprise party. And he's like, we're doing all this for 5 days away? I said, Larsa, I think you sprung, and I think you're getting D down. I think that's what's going on. Because Lord. But it's interesting to actually see her with the guy. Everybody thought she was playing last year, but now she could be putting it on for the camera, because I know how y'all gonna be. Y'all think everything about Larsa is fake, but I don't know. I mean, he reciprocates it and plays right into it. Marcus does. So later on, Todd starts talking about, he was trying to explain himself as to why he wasn't at the party. He said that I was not comfortable with some of the people that were actually invited, and I don't want them out. I wasn't going to be comfortable with them in my house. They were just talking about our finances, our house, my stepchildren, da 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 da, and I just wasn't going to be there. And everyone was like, well, who are you talking about? Who? It was basically Adriana, but we can't say that because Adriana said that she ran into Todd on their way out. And then there was this spiel basically that there's something going on in the marriage. So Todd, stop. You're trying to be in women's business, and I don't think you're that offended by that. I do not. There's something going on in their home, but I guess we're going to see what happens later on, because Adriana's about to push that button. Let's see. So we did all the party stuff. Da, 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 da. They celebrated. Lisa, because now, Larsa does say that they are going to be coming up with a charity event for you guys to come, for everybody to come to. It's for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They're doing something different that's non-traditional, and having a basketball game, a basketball charity game, or whatever. Blah blah blah. Yeah, everybody was seeing how crazy Larsa is towards this man. Just cannot stay away from him. So the ladies sit down, and the guys go outside, and they catch up on Lisa. She says that she's house hunting. She said also that she's going to be getting her own. She's trying to develop her own business. I said, thank God, Lisa's doing something on her own. It's going to be a beauty fragrance and body line, and more power to you. Let's get it going. You can see that Lisa also announces that it's the 1-year anniversary since Lenny basically says he wants a divorce. And that's when they do this little flashback to when they went to the Keys, and that's when we had that dramatic scene of Lisa telling everybody what's going on. They talk a little bit about being so dependent on a man. Lisa really regrets that, because she's fighting for every cent and dime, and just doesn't have anything. Of course, Larsa kind of gives her input in the confessionals. She does feel for Lisa. When you don't have your own, you really feel trapped and you can't do anything. And the producer asks, did you feel that way with Scotty? And she said, yeah. And you see how Larsa has been rolling for season 4, season 5. She does want her own. Everybody can just call her a gold digger, but I think she was with him for 19, maybe 20 years. So no, no, I don't think so. In my opinion, um, Lisa's still going on, just ranting about Lenny. He tortured me, and then the ladies were like, you can slow down a little bit because you're with Jody, and he has to hear everything. Jody's become this confidant. I don't know how many people would actually deal with that, being a confidant, and I'm supposed to be dating you. You could hear certain stuff if you would choose to do that when somebody's trying to get out of a relationship, but after a while, it's just like, no, we're not doing that. So they're like, you can lose them really quick. And a lot of people just feel like, and I think so too, it's kind of just this rebound situation, and I think it can and probably will blow up in her face. Let's see. All right, so we're done with the party. Nicole and Anthony, they are trying to purchase a bigger yacht, and I think one was like, how much money was it? Not $11,000, $111,000. I forgot the price. Beautiful, immaculate. But we know that Anthony and Nicole are just stacked up, even though I still question where they're getting some of this money from. Mainly Anthony. I still question it. But anyways, they haven't made their decision yet, but it's going to happen. What they're doing is going to try for another child. Nicole is 39, and she knows that time is going to be winding up as far as getting pregnant. Even though women are having children a lot later in life, but at least in Black women, y'all just deal with a lot of fibroids and stuff. So it's kind of like, ooh, she's got to hurry up and decide. And then she said, as they're leaving, we ought to talk about wedding plans after the house and another child and all that. And Anthony said, I have not forgotten. So it doesn't look like Nicole's going to be getting married, because she's in her confessional just talking about, Anthony does provide a lot, but I also know how to survive on my own. Would I be, would I miss if I didn't have like a plane? Yes, but I'm going to be okay if we decide to separate. I said, look, go ahead, Nicole. Nicole's not broke either. It's just Anthony's got the bigger wallet. So she does, I'm going to skip over. Does go over to her mom's. Grayson's already ready for another child. He wants a sister specifically because if he won't have to deal with, if he had a brother, him having to share the toys. Grayson, even though toys is an issue, there might be an issue regarding a sister taking up time. We got to see how this works out for you now. They talk about, they have a condo, which they're in, which Nicole says that it's really cozy and comfortable. They have the apartment that they're working on right now, and also home in Colorado, plus investment properties. Nicole does have an investment property that she had before ever hooking up with Anthony. Nicole says, I might be forever engaged. So the mom says, if you guys split up, if you're not married, you're not going to get anything. Okay, this is where she's talking about, a lot of people are looking for financial security. Make sure that financial security comes from you and not just some man. Again, she'll be okay if they break up. All right, so I'm going to jump back to Julia. Gertie calls her, what she's doing, Julia, is she's practicing and learning opera. Martina says that during her time of treatment, she would listen to opera and that would help soothe her. So she's going to plan this event for Julia, and she's trying to learn this song. I think I'm finally warming up to Julia. It took 3 years, but she's a little bit less weird to me. And she's actually working, so how can I be mad? So Gertie just had a short call with Julia, and then she goes on to practicing. I don't know what this trainer is supposed to be doing, because Julia was not singing keys correctly, but he's like, yeah, that's how you do it. I said, what? Like, what? I mean, I guess she's not trying to be professional about it, but if you're trying to learn something, you want to do something right. Oof. It's hard. It's hard to see people struggle. Of course, it doesn't look like Julia's a singer at all, but she's trying to do something for her wife, and I can't be mad at that. I think she did say, come by if you ever need some advice from Martina, come on by to Gertie, and Gertie did take on that advice, because I'm going to skip to Julia and Martina. They go out to dinner, lunch, or whatever. Martina ends up talking about Julia not being nice, and Julia says, what do you mean? It's regarding, you didn't recognize my last treatment, and you weren't really there for me during my last, I guess, chemo or whatever, and it really knocked me off my feet. And Julia says that I forgot to come there, but I was taking care of some things for you in another way. This was when she had that practice for Martina and all of that. You could tell how awkward and uncomfortable, and the way Martina said it really cut, because it's like, I'm still doing stuff for you. I just couldn't be there for you. And Martina, I can't say it seemed a little bit selfish, but at the same time, it wasn't selfish. Possibly if Juliet said, I'm doing something for you or something, but I know she wants that as a surprise. So it's like, ugh. But it's not like Juliet has not been there for you. So that's a little bit, I can't tell Martina how to feel, but I know you hurt Juliet's feelings. Trying to make sure that you let her know that you were hurting, that her feelings were hurt. Let's see. Gertie joins them, and she's just getting some advice from Martina, because she's looking for examples of at least some Black people. She's like, well, where are the Black breast cancer survivors? They talk about intimacy. Did that slow you down at all? And Martina said, no, everything worked correctly. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, Martina. So are you the strap person? It looked like it is. Whatever. All right, so Gertie and Russell, they go walk out. They take a walk, and they start talking about, Russell ended up breaking to the boys about Gertie's cancer. Russell and Gertie said, she agreed to that because she knows how emotional and extra that she could be, and it just wasn't going to be good. And she knows that Russell can handle that. They make a great team. I know I have my issues with Gertie, but he balances her out, and that's a good man, Savannah. So, and I know Gertie knows that. So Russell explains his experience with the first child, Miles. He tensed up, and Liam, he just had one question: is it contagious? Like, can I get it or whatever? Gertie was like, I know you have to do this, and I don't like that you have to deal with my ish. And Russell said, your ish is my ish. I said, that's right, Russell. Say that. Yeah, y'all in this together. So I'm glad that he gave her reassurance in regards to that. All right, and for our last scene with Larsa and Marcus, they're talking about the Make-A-Wish event that they're having, and they're just saying, I'm going to make a donation also. They're pretty hype about it. And she said, you think the other ladies will do it? And I think Marcus and them end up saying, I think that they will make a donation along with what they're doing for this event. And she's saying, I hope everything stays in a chill mode. I'm in a chill mode, and our Larsa can come out. Then we fast forward to 6 hours later again. And guess what? An argument breaks out on the bus as they're headed down to the charity event. And guess who it was? Adriana and Marisol. I guess we'll get what happened last week, but that's all I do have. I do appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. You can also share this video if you will, and leave your comments about this episode and also my commentary. And until the next video, peace.